My name is Anthony Alonzo, and I'm the president of the Nutley High School Patriot Club. On behalf of the members of our club, the students, and staff of Nutley High School, welcome to our third annual Veterans Day program. We are honored that you would spend this evening with us. We hope that you enjoy the program as we take time to honor our veterans and celebrate America, the greatest country ever known to man. And to our veterans, happy Veterans Day. To our Vietnam veterans, welcome home. At this time, please stand for the presentation of colors, Pledge of Allegiance, and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody can have a seat, though. Hello, my name is Nicholas Miller, Vice President of the Nutley High School Patriot Club. Throughout the year, the Patriot Club works together with the Department of Public Affairs as we serve our veterans and community. Since the Patriot Club was founded in 2013, Commissioner Rogers has supported us all the way. Our Veterans Day program, and many more. At this time, I would like to introduce United States Navy veteran, Commissioner Steve Rogers, and thank you for your service.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor once again to be before America's heroes. Commissioner Tucci and Commissioner Evans and Commissioner Scarpelli sends their regards. They're not able to be here tonight, but Mayor Petrocco is here, and Mayor, thank you for attending this evening's program. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to share with you a quote that I've shared with people all over this community and throughout the state this past week. This is a quote from a U.S. Army veteran, a general. This general said that the willingness with which our young people are likely to serve in the military shall be directly proportional to how they perceive the veterans before them were treated and appreciated by their nation. In the township of Nutley, we the people, we know that you, the American veteran, stood upon the field of battle in many, many lands way far away from this country. We know you fought in the Pacific. We know you fought in Europe. We know you fought all around this globe to do what? To preserve the land of the free and the home of the brave for this generation of young people who are with us this evening. And you need to know this, and maybe it hasn't been said enough around this country, but by golly, it has been said and will continue to be said in the township of Nutley. We stand up for you today in 2015. We stand up for you as you stood up for us many years ago and in many wars. In our homes, in our neighborhoods, we stand up to preserve a nation, what our forefathers and what you, the American veteran, intended for us to inherit as a nation. You intended for us to have a nation of a land that is free and a home of very brave people. People never in the history of this country have ever run from this symbol of freedom. They've always ran towards it because of you, the American veteran. And that is a message that we must hold dear to our heart. I tell you this, that there is a scripture in the Bible, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. It says this, "But they who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." I shared with many veterans throughout the week that I know that Bible scripture has a lot of meaning to a lot of people, but has great significant meaning to the American veteran. For it is the American veteran who waited for the Lord and renewed their strength, so that all of us in this time and in this place and in this country in the year 2015 can mount up with wings as the American eagle and run and not be weary, and walk and not faint. For the sake of who? For the sake of our children, our grandchildren, and every young person like we see here tonight. To the young students here, remember this. As you look around this room, as you take a good hard look at the very people who made this nation great. There are many of them here tonight who belong to what's called the greatest generation, and every American veteran is part of that generation. We can pledge to you this, and I know the young people of the Patriot Club and of this school district truly pledge this to every veteran. We will never, never, never leave you behind, because you have never left us behind. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we learned that there is a 95-year-old World War II hero in our midst. His name is Salvatore Coco Sr. Well, he does not know this, but tonight we're going to present him with the Nutley Military Distinguished Service Award. When I asked Mayor Petracco and Mr. Dan Jacoby and myself and Mr. Vick, we have the lights on? Yep. Will Mr. Coco and his family who are here tonight please stand? We're going to come to you. We're going to come to you.
My name is Billy Montgomery. I'm the treasurer for the Nutley High School Patriot Club. At this time, we'd like to recognize the different branches of our armed forces. When you hear the song that represents the branch in which you served, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you.
mentioned, my name is J.D. Vick. I'm the advisor of the Patriot Club, and at this time we want to recognize each one of our veterans. And so for the reading of the names, I'm going to introduce you our principal. He's a big supporter of our veterans and patriotism, and he does a great job of leading our school. Our principal of Nutley High School, Mr. Dennis Williams.
It's hard to follow the bagpipes. I don't care what my drums, but on behalf of the Nutley High School community, a deep heartfelt thanks to all veterans in attendance tonight for your service to our country. We thank you for that. And to Mr. Vick in the Patriot Club, thank you for showing people how to care and how to be a positive force in our school environment. I will be reading the names as Mr. Vick said. We ask that when your name is read, you stand to be recognized by one of the members of the Patriot Club. And if someone does not get called out, please let us know. Students did a great job trying to get everybody who's here tonight, so we want to make sure we don't miss anybody. Okay, first name, Fred Agresta, Navy, 1950 to 54, Korea. Michael Califano, U.S. Marine Corps, 1942 to 46. Ed Camara, U.S. Navy, 1942, World War II. Gene Carlson, U.S. Army, 1963 to 65, Vietnam. Dennis Cedrone, U.S. Army, 1966 to 68, Vietnam. Edward Day, U.S. Army, 1953 to 55, Korea. Rich DiLorenzo, U.S. Army, 1966 to 67, Vietnam. Daniel Fasinelli, U.S. Army, 1968 to 69, Vietnam. Robert Ferrara, U.S. Army, 1954 to 56, Korea. Daniel Jacoby, U.S. Army, 2006 to 2010, Iraq. John Kruk, U.S. Army, 1965 to 66, Vietnam. Daniel Maurice, U.S. Army Air Corps, 1943 to 46, World War II. Herbert Mason, U.S. Army, 1949 to 1952, Korea. Bosco Olivetti, Air Force Department, 1950-52, Korea. Victor Pasquarello, U.S. Navy, 1945-46, World War II. Robert Pugliese, U.S. Army, 1954-1956, Korea. Christopher Rosati, U.S. Navy, currently serving in reserves and Afghanistan vet. Matthew Serignice, U.S. Navy, 1960-66, Bay of Pigs, Cuban Missile Crisis, Vietnam. Michael Slomkowski, U.S. Army, 1968-1970, Vietnam. Leopoldo Abuya Tayanki, Jr., U.S. Army, 1999 President, Iraq. Armando Vecchione, U.S. Army, 1943 to 46, World War II. Robert Villani, U.S. Army, 1948-1946.
Here, Bobby.
The wrong dates there. 68, well, Vietnam, thank you. Yeah, 48, 46 here, full-time war. You served, did great. Albert Wilson, U.S. Army, 1953 to 54, Korea. Salvatore Coco, U.S. Army, 1942 to 45, World War II. Alfred Pepe, U.S. Army, 1947-1951. Carl Adlon, U.S. Army, 1954-56, Korea. Alvin Baxter Green, U.S. Army, World War II. Robert DeVello, U.S. Army, 1962-65, Vietnam. Name, but I don't have the branch on the next one. Al Saldarini. Mr. Saldarini. Jack Signano, U.S. Air Force, 1954-58, European Day. Ken Byer, U.S. Army, 1967-68, Vietnam. John Denkinger, U.S. Army, 1943-46, World War II. Edward Hannon, U.S. Army, 1963-65, Germany. Christian Wilson, U.S. Air Force, active duty. Richard Sotelo, U.S. Army, 1965-67, Vietnam. Patsy Sena, U.S. Marine Corps, 1952-56, Korea. Vince Malisi, U.S. Army, 1945-47, Germany. Corrado Verdesco, U.S. Army, 1951-53, Korea. Herbert Martin, U.S. Army. James Baldino, U.S. Army, 1957-1959. Richard Liberto, U.S. Navy, 1960-1964, Vietnam. George Delbrande, U.S. Air Force, 1958-1962, Vietnam. Albert Bryant, U.S. Navy, active duty. Jerome Gibbons, U.S. Air Force, 1964-68, Vietnam. Leslie Hill, U.S. Army, 1951-1954, Korea. Charles Kaczynski, U.S. Navy, 1959-1963, Vietnam. Thomas Giuffredo, U.S. Army, 1943-1946, World War II. Michael Duffy, U.S. Army, 1952 to 1954, Korea. Tom Swiston, U.S. Marine Corps, 1968 to 69, Vietnam. Joe Kolar, U.S. Air Force, 1963-1990, Vietnam. Woodrow Chisena Jr., U.S. Marine Corps, 1969-1971, Vietnam. Thomas Griesbach, U.S. Army, 1966-1968. Jose Torres, U.S. Marine Corps, 1943 to 1946, World War II.
All right, this time we'd like to ask, it's very possible that we miss someone. We don't want to miss anybody. So if we did not call your name, could you please just raise your hand, or somebody in your family point to you or something like that? Anyone? Right here, right up front? We couldn't see it. You were sitting too far away. What is your name? Richard Hyundai. Anyone else? We certainly didn't purposely miss, but we just want to make sure. One, that's it. Jokes. All right, let's get all of our veterans a hand. Thank you very much. Okay, you guys can go ahead and be seated.
Good evening. My name is August Bastardo, and I am currently the secretary for the Nutley High School Patriot Club. Last December, members of our club were given the honor of a lifetime to lay the wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. In the days leading up to the ceremony, our students practiced every step they would make in that ceremony, practicing right out on the steps of the oval, studying YouTube videos of others doing the ceremony, and one last rehearsal at the hotel in D.C. Before the ceremony at Arlington that morning. They wanted it to be perfect. When we purchased the wreath to be placed at the tomb, the members were asked what should be put on the ribbon. The students said Nutley NJ. This was because we were not representing just the Patriot Club, but the town of Nutley as a whole. Well, we think they did an outstanding job representing our town and all those who have served. We want to relive that ceremony together tonight by video as we remember those heroes who paid the ultimate sacrifice and are not here today, but are not forgotten. Everyone please stand.
and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony that you are about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony to be conducted by Nutley High School. It is requested that everyone remain silent and standing during this ceremony. All military personnel in uniform will render the hand salute, and it is appropriate for all others to place their right hand over their heart upon the command of present arms. Thank you.
Check. No. Very good job. It's been said that when Lincoln first heard that song, that he cried, and he said, "Sing it again." That's our battle of the Republic. When we pledge allegiance to our flag, we pledge allegiance to the Republic for which it stands, and that is our battle cry, the battle hymn of the Republic. Great, great job, choir. That's one of my favorites. Just want to thank a couple of people that are not listed. If you look at the program, there's some names listed there, but I want to thank Max Letker for helping with the sound back there. Let's give him that. Also want to thank Tate and Erica Ellerbush for helping with the lights tonight. And our parents who have been helping with the refreshments that we're about to partake. I want to thank all those who participated in that. And we listed those. Yeah, we can give them, man. Yeah. We had a malfunction with our, I know if you get veterans together, you have to have coffee. So, but we have, our coffee pots did not, we had a little malfunction out there. So our ladies called up the Nutley Diner and they came to the rescue. So they've sent some coffee over for our veterans tonight. So I want to thank Nutley Diner. I want to thank our Patriot Club members for being here tonight. Don't they look sharp? Yeah. If you think that there is no patriotism anymore. It's just simply not true. Our students show their pride, and they're proud to be Americans, and they show it, not just by what they say, but how they serve our veterans, how they serve our community. And since we started our Patriot Club, that's what these young men and women have been doing over the last couple of years. When it snows, it's amazing. These students show up, and we shovel snow from all the war memorials here in Nutley. And their philosophy is, if a veteran wanted to come and see that war memorial that day, then it's open. It's not closed. And so we want to thank you for that. On that day, those names that are listed there, they were not forgotten that day, even though they were snow covered. So different things that they do throughout the year. Did they do a great job at the wreath laying ceremony? They were practicing that every step. They were out here at the steps of the Oval. They counted how many steps it was, how many steps was going to be at Arlington, and they just did a tremendous job. So you can tell the pride that they have for doing that. It was truly an honor of a lifetime for those young men. And I want to thank our Patriot Club they were here last night, setting much of this up. And so just a great job by that. And it's for you veterans. And so we believe that the greatest quality of a leader is to be a servant. And if you're going to serve others, that's the best quality you have to be a great leader. And that's what these young people have been doing. So I just want to thank them for that. We also have something coming up that we want to let you know about. Many of you may have heard of Honor Flight. And Honor Flight's mission is to escort veterans to go see their memorials in D.C. And so the Patriot Club is going to be working with Honor Flight of Southern New Jersey. And any World War II veteran or Korean War veteran that wants to go to D.C. to see their memorial, maybe you haven't had the opportunity to do that, we're going to make that available to you. It's going to be free of charge for you, and working with Honor Flight. And that's going to be coming up on June the 4th. And so you're going to be, if you are interested in that, World War II vet, Korean War vet, just see me afterwards, either at the reception or here, and we sort of have some information for you. I know it's kind of a long way off, but we can go ahead and see if we have any interest in that. And so we're looking forward to that.
I haven't called our number yet.
Here we go.